Oh, that's growing on me.
It gets better every time. And there we are.
Hey, it makes you feel like I can do anything. Hey, Merry Christmas Eve, Agent Brock.
Merry Christmas Eve.
You're like, what would I call you? Well, hey, man, and we are here, and it's a nice overcast day in the morning here on Mena Street Live. Mena Street Live. Now, you can see us on Rich Mountain Media Facebook, as well as Mena Spotlight, as well as my page, and there's other pages as well. Discover the Washita's. The list goes on and on. We're just expanding and expanding, you know. And speaking of expanding, do you plan on being good with all the holiday food this week?
Well, I've been expanding for quite a while now, so the holiday food is only going to add to the mix.
Well, hey, you know, I was down the sidewalk at Honey and Pearls, and we promote them. They're really good. I mean, they really are great.
Yeah.
But I chose a yogurt parfait over a cinnamon roll.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I want to be more healthy.
And how is the parfait?
Yeah, but I'm listening to the music, and the music, it's a country girl singing about Honey and Pearls.
Really?
They produced music, I guess, last year.
I didn't know that.
And you hear the name and the songs, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was on top of things.
Yeah.
Agent Brock.
Absolutely.
But I wasn't. So, anyway, I have my healthy yogurt. I used to tease people about eating yogurt parfaits. Now, you know,
did you pretend it was the cinnamon roll as you ate it?
I did. You know, well, you know, I'm trying to be better about weight stuff, Agent Brock. So I started something called aerobic imaging. You ever hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Aerobic imaging is where you stand on a treadmill, drinking a milkshake, and you're imagining working out. Yeah, aerobic imaging. It hadn't really worked out yet.
Well, I like the principle.
Yeah, I know. Mind over matter.
You know, I had a treadmill once, and it turned out to be a really good coat rack.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, there's a good story.
And the thing that's on the bottom that you're supposed to run and walk on made a great place to set sats of dog food.
Hey.
So dual purpose.
Well, you know, we're men. We have to think that way.
Yes, we do.
You know, dual purpose for all kinds of it. No, we're having a great time. And, you know, we put out a little post earlier saying relationship advice was the other day, but Hollywood, holiday family advice. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk a little bit about that on our brief Merry Christmas Eve Mena Street Live. What do you think?
I like it.
Okay, so
let's get to it.
So you're about to spend time with them for the holidays. Well, this is a season where it's going to be very interesting. Mm-hmm. You have people from different backgrounds, people with different opinions and all that. And so there's a way to deal with people if you understand people. Mm-hmm. Now, there's 4 kinds of people, Agent Brock.
And what's that?
There are 4 personality types, okay? And we'll just, for the sake of simplicity, helps me remember. You know, you ever see that movie Tropic Thunder? Mm-hmm. And Simple Jack? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm simple. That's me. I'm Simple Jack. No, so there's 4 kinds of personality types. Personality type number 1 is a lion. Say lion.
Lion.
Personality type number 2 is a beaver. Say beaver.
Beaver.
Personality 3 is an otter. Say otter.
Otter.
And personality type 4 is a golden retriever. Say golden retriever.
Golden retriever.
There you go there. Well, so understanding people and understanding all this stuff. Here's where we are. So imagine a bunch of children that are in preschool, okay? Mm-hmm. And you know how you get those assignments in preschool, you know? Mm-hmm. They're assigning that everyone is going to make a clay soldier. Mm-hmm. Okay? So the lion personality, and you might recognize yourself in this, or you might recognize someone you know or love in this, but the lion personality says, that's stupid, I'm not going to do it. Mm-hmm. The beaver personality is already stressed out. Oh my gosh, I'm stressed out, right? Mm-hmm. About everything. The otter personality is like, hey, this is going to be fun, right? And then the golden retriever is like, okay, you're going to do great. Mm-hmm. Well, they set a timer, okay, 20 minutes to make this clay soldier. Well, in 20 minutes' time, the lion still thinks it's stupid. That's stupid. I'm not going to do it. The beaver has a perfect set of teeth and nothing else made, but it's perfect, right? That's the lion. The otter. The otter has a big Mr. Bill head. Hey man, I can relate to the otter. He's just fun, and it's usually the ADHD type, right?
Right.
And then the golden retriever hasn't even started the clay soldier exercise. She's too busy encouraging. Oh, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. Now, can you think of people in your life that are like that? The lion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's a fifth personality type.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Multiple personalities.
Well, could be
A combination of all of them.
But the fifth personality type is called an Agent Brock personality.
Oh.
And he takes this lump of clay and says, "There it is. Imagine it's a soldier."
Well, that's the first one. In about 30 years, I've never heard that. But yeah.
Use your imagination.
The imagining one, or that goes along the lines of my aerobic imaging.
Yes.
Where you stand on a treadmill, drinking a shake, imagining you're working out. Yeah. So
Well, I can definitely point to all four of those
Yeah.
and pick someone out in my life that's like those. What about you?
I can too. But so all that to say is there's different personality types that you encounter in your family. But you know what? It's times like these that I'm really grateful for friends and family.
Amen.
Amen. I love you, man.
I love you too.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. Brothers hug. Brothers don't shake hands. Was that Chris Farley? But no. But when you're working with people, and I work a lot with people, so do you. Now, when you were doing EMT for 15 years, you worked with people in the most vital or stressful times of their lives.
And I encountered all five of those personalities.
Yeah. Well, and I do too. Now I'm not a licensed counselor.
But you play one on TV.
I play one on TV. Well, but crisis counseling is in my education. I've used it in over 40 years of ministry, and all that to say is success in life is dealing with people. If you have an idea how to deal with people, how to meet people where they are, then you will be more successful. AI can't replace people's skills.
No.
It can try, but it can't.
As much as they want it to,
Yeah.
it can't replace the human element.
Right.
They can't do it.
It can't. And that's why understanding where people are, a wise man once said, seek to understand instead of seeking to be understood.
That makes
Seek
sense.
to understand
That makes sense.
more than to be understood. And that helps too, right? But something else too, gosh, this was 1995 when I heard this, and I applied it immediately, is a lot of times the way you feel around somebody is the way they feel about themselves.
Yes.
So if you're feeling uneasy around somebody, or somebody makes you itch, those kind of personalities, right? But if you're feeling weird around someone, or uneasy, or in distress, or whatever, there's a good chance, or even dealing with mean people, there's a good chance that that's how they feel about themselves. So when you begin to understand that, and then my sweet little mama, she did a TV show with me yesterday. I do 5 different TV shows besides this,
Right.
and I don't host them all, otherwise they'd all be boring. But and I love my beautiful sweet mom, Sherry Todd. But I learned so much. When Dad died, and for some of you, this may be your first Christmas without a certain person in your life. So be aware of that if someone in your family is going through that. It's rougher than you know, but through the years, she would encourage me, because I started everything early. Okay,
Right.
I mean, I got the nickname Dream Maker because I've lived out every dream I've ever had, and when I didn't die at the age that I thought I was going to, then it became really about other people, and that's the most fulfilling anyway. But she would say, why would you be concerned about the opinions of people? They don't even know who they are. They don't even know who they are. So they can't judge you. They don't even know who they are.
That's a very good point.
You know what I'm saying? So going into this new year, what we're doing here with Mena Street Live. Of course, you've seen live streams. You've seen me interview celebrities on Mena Spotlight for 10 years. This is nothing new. It's new to you, but I've been doing this for a long time. And now I got Agent Brock, the next generation, and very proud of him and all the things that we're doing. But it's important when you encounter people that, hey, man, we're all in this together, and we're all trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And nobody has arrived.
No.
If you ever think you've arrived, you're done. So we're always be learning. Always be learning. ABL, Agent Brock. Always be learning. Always be learning. And you know what? Make the most of every day. Make the most of it. How important is it? Even as a young man, I knew that you were an old soul. You're ahead of your time. How important is it that you make the most of every day?
Well, it's very important because I think we can all agree that the Lord is coming quickly.
Okay.
And, I mean, pretty much that. Time's running short.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a difference and you want to change the way that somebody either sees themselves or their circumstances or their life or their relationships, there is no time like the present. And I think there comes a point where we've lived a lot of our lives just wandering around trying to find a cup of coffee somewhere.
Right.
And there's been all this going on behind us and around us. And when you wake up and you realize that time is running short, then it kind of lights a fire under you because you realize there's just not a whole lot left.
Yeah.
And you have a lot left to do in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So that's how I see that.
And you know what? Of course, we forget, in our Western mind, that the rest of the world is not that way. Some people believe that you're living in the past, the present, the future right now. And if there's anything to be said about that or any way to apply that during the holidays, is I'll never forget when someone told me so many years ago, be 100% where you are. When you live an accomplished life, what's it worth at the end of the day if you don't have relationships?
Yeah.
If you don't have family. So you don't have to agree with everybody to enjoy your family.
That's right.
Especially right now. And I have to refrain because I'm in the media. I can tell you that mainstream media is not your friend.
No.
You can't trust any mainstream media source, any. But you can trust more independent journalists because they're not for sale. And I love people who are involved in mainstream media. However, I'm here to tell you, and they would have to agree, they are not your friend. They are there to sell clicks, to sell ad space, to sell column inches. And some would say some of them even contribute to making the news so they can be there first to report it. Just saying. So when in the media world, in the counterterrorism world, in the child trafficking world, trying to stop that and working with some people, you see things that the average person doesn't see when they're just walking around lost in their phone. When you know what it's like. There's a whole different world, that happens that people aren't aware of. A crime world, a night world. You mentioned God earlier. In the Bible, when Judas, Satan entered Judas to betray Jesus, and it was night, and it was night. You're different people at night. Well, it's a different world at night.
The whole world takes on a different personality
Yeah.
after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Okay. Not only do things like to hide in the dark, but your vision is limited.
Right.
And your other senses have to make up for that. Say you're just walking around in the dark. Well, you can't see. So your auditory capabilities are heightened.
Yeah.
Your sense of smell is heightened. Some combat soldiers can even tell you that they had an extra perception in their hands where they could get close to an object and feel that object before they ever touched it.
Wow.
It's amazing how your other senses make up for your lack of sight at night. And that's literal and metaphorically, because if you're wandering around in the dark in here, then you have to make up for the lack of sight.
Wow.
And that doesn't always mean you do it effectively. It also means that things can creep in.
Well, you know, people are that's really good, and there's a lot of fear mongering. Fear sells, but don't buy into fear.
You have to sell the fear before you can sell the Savior.
hey! I got to start writing these down. I got to put on my C.S. Lewis glasses here.
If people aren't afraid of something,
write down this wisdom. I'm walking in the garden.
I love the C.S. Lewis glasses.
Did you like that? Now, what are the what glasses are these? Are these Cobra? Oh, you're too young for that. Sylvester Stallone, Cobra. Oh yeah, I'm actually. I haven't interviewed Sylvester Stallone yet, and I really want to interview him. I owe him a thanks. Hey, you do the best with what you have. When I was growing up, there was a time I didn't have a dad, so my father figures were James Bond, Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, right? Predator before Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan, get out of there, there's a bomb in there. No, not the best role models.
Well, you could have had worse.
For relationships.
You could have had worse.
I could have. But, so I took on a fearless attribute. I didn't. I took on, so I'm thankful for that. However, you know what? Some of you haven't had a father in your life. And there is a father who's closer than a brother. The whole reason for Christmas, through the years, in the ministry world and in the regular world, I would dare say now there's no longer a ministry world and a regular world. There's no longer a Christian world and a secular world. There's just good and evil, man. Some of you, gosh, just watch the news. But in a time like this, you've got to find your true north. The feeling that people felt, as a musician, I would notice it was always so easy to go from Christmas songs to worship songs.
I thought,
why is that? And I pinpointed it, maybe 30 years ago. I was playing at a homeless shelter, and we were rocking and rolling. We would do something called Rock the Mission once a month. We'd bring in music caliber musicians and do music for the homeless. Little did I know that I would spend a short time homeless. Would you believe that?
Really?
Yeah. I would. I was in a TV network. The owner's daughter had different plans for me, and I said no, and she fired me.
Imagine that.
And my living arrangements were a part of that. So I never knew years later that I would be in a situation where, oh my gosh, where am I going to be? But any of us can be there, but we did that because those are people. They're people. Anybody can be homeless. Most people are 1 month away from being homeless. If you're not careful. And let's say you have a lawyer, and the lawyer loses his wife. He gets depressed, gets on medication, forgets to renew his tag. Maybe he took a wrong dose that day, got pulled over. Now he's losing his life. Now he loses his practice. Next thing you know, he's homeless. See, anybody, it can happen to anybody.
Yep.
But people are people, and people are priceless. And so in times like these, see the individual, see each other that way. Live a life of contribution. Be a gift to people. Understand where people are coming from. There is a good chance that Uncle Eddie in your family, get yourself something really nice. Hey, it's a train moment.
It's a train moment.
It's a train moment brought to you by Snackomat.
Brant, the thing of it is as far as the personality types go and the types of people.
Now you have combinations too.
I would rather hang out with the Uncle Eddie than the guy that the husband worked for, where instead of a Christmas bonus, he got a
Jelly of the Month Club.
Jelly of the Month Club. Sometimes you look at the Uncle Eddies.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving. But you look at the Uncle Eddies, and then you look at the boss. You have two totally different personalities.
And who is happier?
Exactly.
The idiot,
Uncle
the guy
Eddie.
that hammers everything.
Yeah. Uncle Eddie with his piece of crap motorhome and his cheap cigar and his beer and his bathrobe. Happiest man on earth.
Happiest man on earth. Well, I've often said, look, I'm either really happy or I'm delusional or delirious. Don't interrupt me, okay? Just well, Uncle Eddie. How many been Uncle Eddie and didn't realize it until later?
I've been Uncle Eddie.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been Uncle.
I'm Uncle Eddie, man. But all that to say is, sometimes in life, sometimes you're in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you are the show.
Yep.
But wherever you are, understand people. Seek to understand more than to be understood. Know that there's a good chance the way you feel around somebody is how they're feeling about themselves. So speak life into people. Don't look down on people. You know what I mean? Take it from a guy that I still do CBS segments from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Interviewing celebrities. Man, they're just people.
Yeah.
They're just people. They'll tell you that. A good majority of them are broke.
Mm-hmm.
They sign bad deals, and so it's all fluff. It's all make believe, and yet it's encouraging too, because you haven't missed anything.
Yeah.
You may think you have, but if you're alive right now, man, you haven't missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the holiday family advice is that, okay, is seize the time. Make the most of the moments you have together. Say what you mean and mean what you say with love, but you don't have to agree with people to love them.
That's right.
You don't. You have to understand where they're coming from. And you have to draw the line with your own principles and stuff, but try to make the most of this time. What if today was the last day you had? Mm-hmm. How would you live if today was the last day you had on this earth, And another little segment called Faith After Dark I do every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it cracks me up that people watch. You forget that people watch. People watch.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people who watch you are not your friends or followers.
That's right.
But they're watching.
I think that's what is called a lurker.
A lurker?
They don't say anything, they don't interact, but they watch.
They watch.
They watch.
Yeah. Well, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to succeed. And there's things I wouldn't even wish on my enemies,
Amen.
And some things I would. But all that to say is it's wonderful. Now, there's things on the horizon in 2026 that are tied to this show.
Mm-hmm.
And, what we're doing, I've been doing this for a long time, but this is new with you,
mm-hmm.
and we're having fun. So many people here, know you,
Mm-hmm.
And you've chosen to come back here. That's a big thing, to invest your life in a community, and that's what I'm doing. It just dawned on me. I thought, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm doing this jet setting, traveling, and I've been having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, what am I doing for my community? And I thought one day I might do this, but coming into contact with the Morans, such great people.
Yes.
And you, and of course, Tom and Lindley. I thought, I'm gonna do something for the community here, and they already do it too. Anyone who owns a business in this community, it's not a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business, and behind every business is a dream, and behind every dream is a person. So I don't have to go spend my money
mm-hmm.
At Honey and Pearls, but I do.
Yeah.
Number one, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It rivals any place like it that I've been in,
Absolutely.
in Dallas and Tulsa and Oklahoma City. But I also have friends that own that,
Mm-hmm.
And so go out of your way to be a blessing to people. Help support local businesses wherever you're watching us from. This guy from Amarillo, a great guy named Hank.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm watching the new show. Really, which one? Because I got 6 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the 6th one. Well, he goes, oh yeah, the Mena Street Live.
All the way in Amarillo.
Yes.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. So you never know who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
And in your life, and as you conduct your life, and as you conduct your business, you never know who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
So deal with people. Have clean hands. Understand the power of your words. Put your money where your mouth is.
Mm-hmm.
People will say, "Well, I don't have money to go do that," but they'll blow $40 for junk food
Mm-hmm.
in a drive-thru.
It's priorities.
Right? Or hey, yeah, and that's something else too. You don't have to agree with me, Agent Brock, but I was saying this to someone the other day who didn't agree with me.
Oh, is that what that was about? That's what that was about.
No, what
that was a different one.
It wasn't you.
No, I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, okay.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I said, you know what? If you really want to do something, nothing will stop you. Mm-hmm. I mean, you really want to see that girl? You'll drive 8 hours after a long day just to see her. You really want to see that guy? Right? You'll move mountains, right? Mm-hmm. Or your children or whatever. If you really want something, nothing will stop you. Mm-hmm. But if you really don't want something, anything will stop you.
You'll find a reason to not.
You'll find a reason. So all that to say is, this is a time of year. A lot of people are going to make their New Year's resolutions this time of year, and they'll drop them about the second week of February. Mm-hmm. That's just life. However, you can just choose. You know what? I'm not going to make a list of things. Being precedes doing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be I'm going to be more sensitive to people. Mm-hmm. Right? Maybe I'll be more loving to people. Right? For some of you, I won't be a serial killer this year. I mean, be something different this year. Okay, what we want to be for this community, I want all the businesses here to do well. Mm-hmm. I want them all to do well.
Because when everyone does well, everyone does well. It's as simple as that.
Everyone does well. Some of you are entrepreneurs. Some of you want to do new startups. Hey, man, got an ad agency right here looking at you. Mm-hmm. This Rich Mountain Media. What's that? You're going to find out what that is. But
more to come.
Oh, it's great people coming together, But I want everybody to win because I've reached a place in my life where I love people now. I've always loved people. But I really, really have enjoyed slowing down. It doesn't look like it. Brent, you're everywhere. Well, to me, it was slowing down. But I've never gotten a bigger kick out of people than I have these last 3 years. Really. I mean, it's just funny. And then, when you have a near-death experience or a death experience, I don't know which one it was. I don't know why. When someone insults me now, or talks bad about me, I don't know why, but I think it's funny. I really do. I mean, I don't know why, but I think it's funny.
That's something I learned years ago in EMS was when the drug addict in the ditch that you just gave Narcan to wakes up and says F you and F your mama, don't take it personally. He doesn't know you and he doesn't know your mama. It's just a reaction.
And you're saving his life.
Oh, well. It's nothing personal.
And that's real talk right there, buddy. I mean, it's real,
It's nothing personal.
Just get a kick out of people. And life is better. And so all that to say is, this next year, this is a year to step into your dreams. This is a year to launch that business. Mm-hmm. This is a year to write that book, to publish it. This is a year to start events. This is a year to go back in the studio or maybe go into the studio for the very first time. This is a year to step into your dreams.
Time is running short.
Time is running short, man. And you know what? Let's say that everything was perfect. You're still not guaranteed tomorrow. What have you done with your life? As long as you're still breathing, there's victory in the air. So love people. Be honest with people. Shoot straight with people.
Yep.
Have integrity. Have clean hands. Forgive everybody. And step into a new year. Not because it's the new year, but because you're gonna be more of who you're destined to be.
Amen.
You weren't born to pay bills and die. You were born for a purpose. Mm-hmm. And most of you will find out sooner or later that purpose is to be a blessing to others. So be a blessing. Remember the 4 different kinds of people. The lion, the otter, the beaver, the golden retriever, the rough, that's so stupid, know-it-all. Some of you are a combination. I'm definitely a combination. So, the stressed out thing, don't stress. Nothing's going to happen any differently. If you stress out or not, it's all going to happen the same.
That's right.
Otter, hey, all right, let's have fun. Hey, you got to love it. Love those people. Admire their zeal for life. The golden retriever, the encourager. Mm-hmm. there's a great chance that those who are golden retriever personality types were never encouraged themselves.
So they become the encourager.
So we often medicate that. We often become or act in a way that maybe be healing to us. If you had a sense of abandonment, then you're going to be over the top in making sure that you're there, and well, don't make yourself a martyr either. We could talk for years about this, but throughout the last 40 years, I've seen just about everything in ministry. And so, why aren't you in ministry? Well, I'm in broadcasting. I'm in the world. I am in ministry.
You are still in ministry.
You are. If you're a cop, if you're a nurse, if you're a first responder, you are in ministry. If you're just a human being, the words you speak to people have everything. Every during these holidays, a lot of things will happen. Some people will forgive. Some people will say, "I want a divorce." Some people will say, "Will you marry me?" Right? Everything starts with words. Well, there's a good chance that it does. There's a good chance that it does. And all that to say is, be encouraged to walk in this. Forgive trust me, believe me when I tell you, okay? I'm not going to write a book about it, but I know what it's like to not be able to engage in this life. I can tell you more than ever. I have a book called Red Pill Prophet on Amazon, and I hardly see any money for it. Don't still get it for you. It's like $5-6, less than a cheeseburger, But all that to say is, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and you can be what you need. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You can be what you need. When it's cold outside, when you're dating your girlfriend and it's cold outside, baby, it's cold outside. We can sing that song again too, can't we?
Yeah.
Well, and you're doing this.
Can you believe some people were offended at that song?
I know.
I can believe it.
Well, some people are offended at everything. Mm-hmm. When you do this, as you get warmer.
Mm-hmm. It works both ways.
Be that. So, wrapping all this up in a nice, beautiful red bow. Great things are on the way. Make sure that you're around to enjoy it. And love people. At the end of the day, you know what? If you can say you did your best, then you can be happy.
That's right.
If you can deal honestly with people, tell the truth, even if it's not pleasant. Some of you got to work on your grace, rabbit and grace and all that. But if you say what you mean and you mean what you say, then you don't have to remember what you say. And if you forgive everybody, then you don't have to be in fear of not being forgiven because you have forgiven.
Amen.
And during this time of Christmas, wrapping that up, when I was playing the homeless shelter and going from Christmas music to worship music, the feeling you're feeling when you're singing those Christmas songs is the spirit of giving. And the spirit of giving is no greater love than he that laid down his life for his friends. That's what you're feeling. And you can experience that Christmas feeling all year long by being a gift and by giving people the gift of your encouragement, of your presence. That is a big part of what Christmas is all about. So I am thankful for this time, and I'm thankful that I can walk in that every day.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Those of us who have the most grace for people are those of us who understand that we would bust hell wide open. If you haven't received grace, you won't be able to show it.
Yeah.
But I can show people grace because, hey, man, I need it.
We all need it.
I don't know about you, Agent Brock, but man, I've lived like a rock star and I've lived like a priest, and I'm kind of in between there right now. I'm a very happily married man, but every day is a gift. Believe me when I'm telling you, you're gonna find out. Mm-hmm. Find out now on this side of things that this is a test. Life is a gift. Enjoy Christmas and the reason for the season, celebrating the birth of Jesus.
Amen.
And you don't have to be religious to do that. Just be real. So that's it for our Christmas Eve.
Branta Claus.
Mena Mena Street Live. Brenda Claus and Angel Brock. Hey, we'll see you next time. God bless you, and we'll have a great Mena Street Live.